I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So I'm not eating anything. I'm just kind of talking to you for a while. I'm just ill, you guys. So I'm sitting here. I'm looking at these doves. If you've seen the morning videos, what they'll do is they'll sit on the chimney, like perched on the edge of the chimney, and that little sing. You can hear them all over. But if you look at houses next to me, they're all perched on the chimney of the houses. So I have this theory. You want to hear what my theory is? My theory is it's an amplifier for them, and they dig it. I don't know how they discovered it was an amplifier. They just kind of sat on it one day and squawked, and it echoed, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, man. This is like Woodstock. So they're singing to the neighborhood. So I think they do it because they like it. If you're in the house and they do it, it drives squirrel crazy because, like, the chimney, we have a weird chimney. Our chimney is exposed on both sides. Usually a chimney, like if you have a fireplace, not chimney, if you have a fireplace, there's only one side that you can see. And the other three sides are solid, and the chimney goes, well, ours is see-through. It has openings on both sides. So when the doves are up on top and they're doing that little noise they make, it echoes in the house like you can't imagine. And they know it. I know they know it. So I think they do it because they just dig it, because it's loud. So I got these body aches. It started off just being sick. I'm feeling better. I got a lot of sleep last night, way more than I normally do. But yesterday in the afternoon, body aches set in, just really intense body aches, which is a drag, because if you're a guy who likes pain, that's not a bad deal. Because when I'd roll, like last night when I'd roll over, I'd think, oh my gosh, I was in agony. It was the perfect way to fall back asleep. I know. It's ridiculous. So, I'll probably do a video later this afternoon. So I have for those keeping track, I have my plans for writing this book have kind of I'm going to be writing in a different. I'm probably going to end up writing it in 2 different locations, actually, to be fair, because I'm starting to see what my schedule is going to look like. I'm probably going to start it in. Well, I'm not telling you. I'm going to finish it, and I'm not telling you that either. But it made me think last night. You guys ever see the movie Barton Fink? Is it Barton Fink or Barton? Let me see what the name of it is. Barton Finch? Barton Fink, I think. Barton Fink. Yeah, Barton Fink. It's a bizarre movie from the Coen brothers. The guy's got writer's block, so he goes into this. He's trying to write it. It's about writing, so it's kind of interesting. I thought about that movie. Anyway, so I'll be back this afternoon. I might do a video this afternoon. I don't know. I'm just in agony, man, in pain. But it's one of those beautiful pains. You know what? Yeah, it's interesting. I got a bunch of comments. Yesterday we did in the video I did talked a little bit about last words of some very famous people. And it was very interesting because I got a bunch of, a couple cool comments on the video, but I actually got a few emails from people, and it said that it made them think. So it's a good thing. You know, we think, here's the problem. We're all fragile and we're all going to expire. It's just the way it is, and we just kind of put it off. Well, not put it off. We all obviously put it off, but we don't think about it ever. I don't know, I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, so the last words. Lenny Bruce, great comedian. Broke, unemployed, and obsessed with his court battles. He dropped dead. Unfortunately, he had a needle in his arm while he was typing legal papers. The last words he typed were conspiracy to interfere with the Fourth Amendment. Those were his last words. Now, those were not his last words spoken, but written. So, Norm Macdonald. I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan. What a great guy. Very, very funny. In Nothing Special, okay, that was his special, title cards read, quotations, in the summer of 2020, he was scheduled to undergo a procedure, and as he put it, Didn't want to leave anything on the table in case things went south. He shot this in one take while at home the night before going in. It was great. You know, it's interesting. You know, we all have an appointment with our demise. We're all going to do that, right? But I don't know. I'm sick. I'm thinking introspectively. Bob Saget, his wife Kelly Rizzo said, quote, "I think I said I love you dearly, and then he said I love you endlessly. I said I can't wait to see you tomorrow, and then it was all just all very, it was love," she said. That's how it was. It's fragmented. I didn't read that funny. That's how it says. Bob Saget. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more. This is the last one for today. I think it's the last one for today. Yep, last one for today, and then we'll finish these off in maybe this afternoon's video. Gilbert Gottfried. He used his last public message to support and defend Chris Rock after the Oscars slap. He posted a pic of him and Rock on Instagram with the caption, "Which is the worst crime? Chris Rock being physically assaulted or Chris Rock telling a joke?" Here's the thing about Gilbert Gottfried. I liked him when he was himself. I didn't like the persona. I saw an interview where he was just himself, super intelligent guy. Something I was going to share with you guys. Oh, I meant to delete that one. Give me just 1 second. I'll get to it, people. I think I might even do a live stream today, depending on how I feel. So that whole Gilbert Gottfried thing, not the Gilbert Gottfried, the slap. Remember the slap? I first thought it was, I'll be honest, I was one of those guys that said, it's a setup. I don't think it was. But, all right, so, like right now, if I do this, if I lean back, I feel like I'm being worked over with a bat. I'm just in agony right now. Anyhow, I'll be better in a day or so. I'm going to write today. I'm going to try to. It's hard to focus. Like I don't have the focus when I'm sick, as I do when I'm healthy. So I marked everything I'm writing while I'm ill, and when I'm healthy, I'm going to go back and read it all over and kind of edit it really carefully. But tell somebody you love them today. 2 times in the last 5 years. Let me start with this one. My dad, the day before he died, he knew he was dying. The dude called every one of his kids, called all of us, one at a time, and said, "This is the last time we're talking." So we knew it was it. And I wish I had asked him when, what time, but he was, I wish you could have seen. He was a man. I'm not going to show you the picture. It's a personal picture. But we did a Skype, and he had this amazing look of peace on his face. And he said, "I'm dying." This is word for word what he said. He goes, "I'm dying, Johnny." I said, "I know." It was amazing. And I said, "Are you scared?" And he kind of chuckled. He goes, "No, not at all." And he said he was proud of me, and he wanted me to take care of my mom. I told him I would. But he died that night. He died 5 hours later. And that was it. Now, 2 years later, I have a friend named Sean, who I had known for 30 years. We worked together years and years and years ago. It was Sean. And Sean was going through, I won't say his last name because his family may watch it, but he was going through he had a drinking problem. And I was sober already, so he knew I was sober. We were friends, So he called me one day and said, "I've got a 5-mile stretch from home from work every day, and there's like 1,000 bars on that stretch, and that's my stretch. That's my weakness. Can I call you at the beginning of that drive and just talk to you on my drive home every night so I don't drink?" I said, "Shh." Yeah. So every day he'd call me, and we would talk. And then a couple of years later, he had some health issues. He really did. He had a bunch of health issues. And he called me one day, but he was also a hypochondriac. You gotta know, I've known the guy forever. He was always saying he was dying. He was. But that day, he called me on I don't remember if it was a Thursday or a Friday, but he called me, he goes, I'm dying. I'm scared, I'm dying. I said, you're not dying. And he goes, no, and this is what he said. He goes, I can feel it in my bones. That's what he said. So we had a little talk about God, because I thought that might be his, you know. And but the reason I'm bringing up these two stories up, he said that felt like he was dying. 3 days later, I get a phone call, and it says Sean on my answering caller ID. I answer it, and it was his wife. He's been married for, I think, a dozen years or so, and as jacked up as this sounds, I had never spoken to his wife before. So when I saw his name and I answered it, it was his wife. I was like, oh, I knew. But the reason I bring this up is, you never know when someone's not going to be there. You know what I mean? You never know. Fortunately, on that call with my dad, we said the things that we needed to say. And I wish I'd said a few more things to Sean. But the next time somebody ever says I'm dying, I'm going to say when. Because I think they know. Sean knew. My dad knew. So if somebody ever tells me they're dying, if I ever tell you I'm dying, ask me when, I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to try to get some rest and try to heal. We don't heal when we're awake, you know that? We heal when we're sleeping. Plants grow in the dark, so do we. Plants heal in the dark, so do we. It's kind of interesting. All right, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of introspective right now. I'm sick. In the description box, all the normal stuff. My son, my nephew, right there, all the challenges I've done, pepperology here. I love you guys. I'll be back. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the